Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Craig Blanchett, and it's what a exciting day we have today. It is just at the end, March 31st, 2017, and today's Health Coach Huddle is going to be super exciting. We've got a number of we had like so many records in our health coaching team that have been broken, and new rank advancements, which means more people are being helped than ever before. And so it's super exciting. We're going to go through and celebrate a few of these new people that are growing their businesses and growing their influence and helping so many more people. And then we're going to have a health coach training talking about referrals and that all that goes along with that. So we're going to jump right into it this morning, just because we have so many amazing things to talk about. And so I'm going to start off with a little share my screen. And let's see here. How do I do this again?
And the month's not technically over, Craig.
I know there's like two more people that are probably going to rank up. Again, they've already ranked up, but I think today they're going to rank up again. So we'll see. I have a couple more senior coaches, I think, out there. But can you guys see that on my screen now? You see that it says growth and process. Good. Yep. All right. So first off, we've got Amber Hansen, who's part of Alex McMillan and Santiago's line, and she's very rapidly moved up to executive director. So I know you guys have probably seen some of the celebrations on the Optimal Health Coach page, the OHC. So we're here to celebrate her, and then she's part of Santi and Elise Santiago. So they're some of you met them last year at convention or even Go Global. And so because they have a new executive director, that means that that advanced their rank to regional. And so regionals, we've got quite a few regionals now on our team, and it's super, super exciting. So that's Santi and Elise Arango. And then Randy and Cheryl Rich. So they're part of Don Carpenter's team, kind of brand new, really, just in the last month, 6 weeks. And they've hit senior coach and are scratching at the door, actually, of manager. So that's pretty exciting. And then, of course, we all know the lovely Dawn, and Rick's pretty lovely too, I guess. Dawn and Rick Hurst. And so these are all part of the same team. So Randy and Cheryl are part of Dawn and Rick's team. So that was able to give them a new rank with Dawn and Rick in volume and with a new senior coach. And that built into, the lovely Carrie Armstrong, Carrie and Ben. This was the first month. All these are first-time rank advancements. And so Carrie Armstrong has hit executive director now, and of course having Dawn at senior coach and all that, it's just super exciting. And now we build up to a moment we've been waiting for a while. Dawn and Kelly Carpenter, because Carrie's part of Dawn's team, Dawn's an executive director, well, that moves her up to regional. So Dawn and Kelly Carpenter are now regional directors. I know many of you know them, and so that's super exciting for them. Dawn and Kelly are both school teachers, and it looks like the writing's on the wall that says time to move on and retire, with quotes around it, retire as health coaches. And they have a cabin up in on a lake, actually, that they've owned for years, and a tree fell on it recently. And so they've got some insurance money, and they've decided to sell their home and build a home on the lake. And what a lovely retirement career and house up there on the lake, and Spirit Lake up in Spokane. So this like the whole area of Spokane is just like this groundswell of awesomeness that goes to many, many people's lives being changed. And so celebrating all of those people. And then some pretty exciting news. The Freedom Parents, you guys probably know these folks as Sam and Harold Prestonbach. they achieved the rank of presidential. So they hit that. It's interesting. I was talking to Harold and Sam yesterday, and the first time they hit global, it was for about 2 minutes, right? It was at 11:58 on the last day of the month. And he said, we hit presidential with like 48 hours to go. So we've been able to see all our smiley faces now for a couple of days. And I know for those of you that know about the smiley faces, that's kind of a fun, big deal. But here's what's going to happen. Next week, we're going to do an interview and Q&A with the Freedom Parents, with Sam and Harold Prestonbach. And so we'll do that at our 9 a.m. Friday call. And so that'll be one that you want to make sure you tune into, and I would love it. I mean, think about it. This is the first presidential team that's part of our team, and so we know these folks. We know them. I knew these people when they were baby coaches, right? And so bring some questions that you might have, and we can kind of they're part of our team. We get to ask them anything. And so it's such a privilege to be part of watching them grow, and not only them grow as human beings, but their family growing in the midst of growing an amazing business. So well done, everybody. I'm just super excited for the whole team and for what's happening here. With all of these people, as you're growing in skills, you're growing in your ability to be healthy as a person yourself. And then that is flowing over onto other people, and other people are getting healthy, and not only in their bodies, but they're getting healthy in their ability to give hope to other people by becoming a health coach, plugging into our community and helping other people. And I know you know what that means. I know you know how that feels great. I see Randy and I see him smiling, right? And Dawn, I know you guys know how this feels when we step in and we start to help ourselves, and then we say, I have some people. I want to help these people. And then you start doing it, and then you see their lives changing, and the family grows, and people start, we start to be dealers of hope that you can do this, that if we lock arms, we're going to be more healthy than if we try and figure this out on our own. And so thank you guys for the care that you have. First of all, the personal commitment to being healthy and owning your own health, but thank you for locking arms with other people and doing the hard work that's involved in helping other people. Because it's not easy, but oh my goodness, is it rewarding? Oh man, I see a lot of heads nodding, right? It definitely is. So anyway, great job, everybody. It was a record month. We were over, I think, $530,000 in volume, which was our last biggest record was like 470. So I mean, the team is just growing. A lot of that's from the Prestonbach line as well, but a lot of it's coming out of Spokane. What's up, Spokane? Right? So great job, everybody. Yeah, I know, Randy. Good job, you guys. Go Gonzaga. So anyhow, great stuff. At this point, we're going to transition. And if you guys, obviously you can, in the chat window, celebrate everyone. But I'm going to hand this over to Kim and Daniela and Diane, and they're going to walk us through some training today. So welcome, guys.
Thank you, Craig. I'm really excited and pumped. That was a great way to start out this call today. Super excited. I'm excited about all these rank ups in the lives that are being changed. And there's so many other things that we could celebrate too, just even those small actions that each of us took this last week that got us a little outside of our comfort zone. And so I want to back us up to last week. Last week, we kind of went over the night before call and ways to integrate our clients on Facebook. And so I want to bring us back and hold us accountable for our action item last week. Our challenge was to comment daily on posts that are in the client page and or the OHC, and I'm excited to hear from you. So I'd love for you to, if you're here, to report how many posts did you do. I think the grade for an A was 1 a day, so that would be a 7. If you want to put that, you could do 7+ or whatever it was that you did. I would love to see those chats coming in and see where everybody's at or for the week. And while people are responding that way, I would love for a couple people to come off of mute and just let us know what was maybe a breakthrough for you, either from the information we talked about last week or what you experienced by doing some of these more of these interactions on Facebook. Is anybody willing to hop off of mute and let us know?
You know, Kim, one of the things I wanted to say is I need to be more diligent, like health coach huddle action items for the week. And I need to put that as a sticky note, like on my computer, because I was doing those behaviors, but I forgot that I said I was going to do them until you just said that. So I was finding clients that I've been coaching for a while that weren't on the page and introducing them. And then I had a couple of new clients that I celebrated there. And then the third thing I did is when I got a call from somebody about something exciting, I said, will you go post that on the page? And they did. So those were my activities that I was doing. But I needed to have more intentionality, that this is what I said I was going to do. I wrote it down, I read it, and I did it. So that's my raising the bar for myself.
Yeah. Well, I have to think there's some other people that might have noticed. I personally, just as a general, this is something I do all the time because I felt responsible for my client page for a long time. But man, my experience was, holy cow, all these people are commenting. I don't have that pressure of making sure at least one person welcomes these people. And the energy on the OHC, the energy in our client page, and I'm also part of the optimal well-being. I noticed a lot. So anybody else notice, want to share their experience with doing that?
Hey, I'll say something real quick, Kim, and that is I just noticed the increase in questions in the comments. Instead of just liking or yay or welcome, people are saying a little bit more, like a real celebratory comment, or asking a great question so that the person has an actual first opportunity to interact with the team.
Yeah, that's a shift for me too. I mean, that Alex suggested that to me, and I thought, wow, that's a great way of seeing, are they going to engage or not? So that's exciting. Yeah, go ahead, Diane.
Yeah, just real quick. I had a client celebration call last night, and because I'd been on Facebook so much, she brought up a struggle she was having, and it was at the forefront of my head or my mind will you go share that on the Facebook page? Because you're not the only one who's struggling with that, and you'll benefit and they'll benefit. Whether she's done that or not right yet, I'm not sure. But anyway, just because I'm in there every day, it stays at the forefront of my mind. So.
Well, that's awesome. So thank you guys for sharing. I'd love to see that continue to build and grow. I think that's, I mean, I had a client this week that said, oh, I saw those posts on Facebook, and somebody, I've been kind of just having things here and there, but somebody posted they lost 20 pounds in a month. Are they just doing following all the rules? Like, yeah, they are. And so it's just fun that I don't have to be the one to say, if you would follow all the rules, you could lose 20 pounds a month or whatever. It's just nice that can do some of the heavy lifting for me. So we'll keep that going. Oh, Christina, I know there's a couple people, Christina and Eileen, and then we want to get on to today's stuff. So Christina, real quick, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say that it was really a stretch for me to just post on the page. I didn't do a lot of commenting, but as a baby coach, I guess you want to call it, I felt like there's our baby coaches too, and maybe they need to see that kind of transparency. And it took a lot for me but it took a lot for me to post on the OHC page just the things that I'm victorious in or struggles or anything like that, because it's hard to let people in, you know, sometimes. But I'm not sure, like, if anybody else struggles with that, but it could help somebody. You just don't know it or when. It just plants a seed of trust in the group, and I like that.
Yeah. And how did that feel, Christina? Because first of all, I really was doing a happy dance when you posted that. So I was very excited to see that.
Yeah, it made me feel a lot better about where I'm at, and that I can just go to a place, even if it is a Facebook group. I can go to a place and feel safe, and with myself as a just me and my being, who I am. I can feel safe there and loved, and if I need care, I know where to go, you know. And I think sometimes, I know in the recent past, I've kind of looked past the group thinking, oh, this is just for coaches that are more higher up or clients to get whatever kind of support. But if you're not letting yourself out there to share yourself with other people, then nobody's going to be able to experience that with you and or care for you the way that you need the care. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's awesome, Christina. And isn't that what we want for all our clients too? So super excited that you stepped out of your comfort zone and did that. And
yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah. Eileen, you wanted to add something real quick? So we gotta unmute. There we go.
Yeah. Couple things. I did try to, I'm just thinking of a couple things. I posted a picture of my mini waffle thing on Happy, is it
Healthy Living, Happy Life.
And nobody said anything. And because I said, you know, what are some recipes? I you know, hear this is great. But then I don't know where I reposted it again, and I said, I asked a question about, you know, then what was it? Oh, that I had ordered the chocolate chip pancakes, and are they good? You know, what kind of syrup should I use? Can I just use the low fat? And I was surprised. I think a couple people answered me and took a picture of that Walden's syrup. And so I'm just trying to get people to make, you know, for us, we shouldn't just say we should just get involved. And then the other thing is, I'm so happy about my new client, Carter Tong. As Kim and Daniela, you probably noticed, he's really getting involved. And I really think this is part of why he joined Take Shape for Life, is his wife had been on MetaFast before, so he knows it works. I think he liked the community, and he feels very safe and very supported.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Eileen. The community is a big deal, and I love that this is becoming more prominent. So as we shift gears, we're going to talk about referrals today. And I want you to just think about it for a second. What thoughts or emotions come to your mind when you think of referrals? I would love for you, just if you have something you want to put it in the chat, I would love for those things to pop up. Is it something that you get excited about? Is it something that makes you scared, uncomfortable? What are those thoughts or feelings that come to your mind when you think of referrals? Any?
I know getting them, I'm excited about it. Asking for them, sometimes I'm a little leery. I love when the phone calls and says, hey, so-and-so wants to work with you. I'm like, what's up? Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. I love it. And I see Linda said cold calls. Does anybody else relate to Linda's thing? Does feel like this is like a business transaction, and I'm going to, any twisting arm feelings that come to mind? We want to work on that mindset, because I know for me personally, that's kind of the mindset that I came from. And like, I need these people to do me a favor and bring people my way. and help my business grow. And so I really want to help challenge us to change our way of thinking. So right now, in your mind, I want you to think of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So kind of get some names in your head. Are those people as healthy as you are? Are they healthier? Are they not as healthy? And how does that change, either help or hinder you in your own health journey? So just think about that for a moment. Now, if we ask people if we're asking people about those people that are around them, how could that change their journey toward health? And is that a little bit of a mind shift? What if by asking those questions of those people who are close to them and to us, what if that actually was a huge favor to them? A huge asset, a huge benefit to them. And by asking that question, we're not getting something for ourselves. We're increasing the chances of their success. Now, Betsy, I saw you waving your hand. Did I go too far? Are you still able to?
No.
With what you were
Yeah,
thinking?
you really hit it, Kim. Frankly, from a presentation you guys did a couple of weeks ago, talking about, when you're talking to a new client, you're going to be melting away, your friends are going to be watching. I used those exact words, and the gal went, oh, because I said, and wouldn't it be fun if you were coaching a friend? But we could talk about that. But better yet, how cool would it be if you and your friend went on this journey together? And she got really, really excited because she's on the fence whether she wants to really jump into it. And so thank you, gals, for that opportunity to plant that seed, because had you not given me that seed, I would have never planted it. So it's so easy to have those words slip out because it was supporting her, because she was struggling whether she wanted to go on the journey. And I said, hey, take somebody with you. So, and it was just the words you gals gave us, and it was so simple to do, and it wasn't scary. So thank you.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff, Betsy. Thank you for sharing. So as we go in, Diane is going to give us some tips on how to do this effectively. But as we go there, we talked at the very beginning of the call that we have a lot of people changing a lot of lives, and it's really exciting, that growth. Sometimes as we get close in our business to a rank up, we're wanting to achieve a goal. And things can get weird and awkward, right? We have our business hat that, one more client and I can be that next rank. But we also I know the people here, the first and foremost thing is most people want to help people. And so I know that that's not people's first motivations. So we have these kind of conflicting interests, and referrals can be one of those weird areas. So ideally, if you can kind of picture in your mind, if you got your business briefcase and your coach's hat, as you're walking into somebody's house, we want to put the business briefcase outside the door, right? And set that outside the door. The coach's hat tells us with referrals, we'd like to just phrase this today as expanding your client's community. That's how we can integrate clients. Let's expand their community. And yeah, that could be a referral. But have those conversations. The best thing for your client is to have that insulation around them, that health bubble that's protecting them. So let's do those actions and not be scared. And then when we come outside the door, we can pick up our briefcase, and maybe it was a no, and we're like, darn, we need to go look somewhere else to meet our business goal. But maybe it will work for both of us, both the client and for both the coach's hat and the client briefcase. So Diane, I want to turn it over to you because I know you've got some really great things to teach us today.
Well, thank you, Kim. That was a great introduction. I know the word referrals seems so coach-centric, but when you shift it from what you just said, it becomes more of a client-centric thing, right? So that's what we're all about. It's a win-win on both sides of that equation. So there are lots of people who would make great health partners or buddies or whatever you want to call it. I came up with a short list. I'm sure there's more, but some of these are going to seem a little, you probably never thought about them. Spouses is a no-brainer. Dieting buddies, so people that our clients have, engaged in weight loss programs before health programs. Exercise buddies, vacation buddies, people you go on vacation with. How nice would it be to have someone you're vacationing with be on the same page as you in terms of your health? Family members, co-workers, saboteurs, which might be a little outside what you might have thought in the past, friends and acquaintances who are struggling with their own health. So those are just a few. So really the key to being successful in identifying these potential partners is having your community feelers on. I love this thing. Anyway, as coaches, we need to be really good listeners, right? And listening for cues that our clients are giving us sometimes without us even knowing about it. So start being more aware and really plugging into the conversation that you're having with your clients. And you'll start to identify a lot of potential people who want to support your client. So the first real opportunity comes, and Betsy just referred to that, is that the meet and greet, right, with your coach or mentor coach. And there's a recording of that conversation, what that should look like. And it's going to be posted, or it already is posted, in the files section. And then the second opportunity comes at the 5-pound celebration call. So today we're going to talk about 5 other opportunities, and I'm sure there's more, but these are some of the biggest ones that you're going to encounter. Alex couldn't be with us today, so I did a recording with him, and I'm going to go ahead and play it right now. It's the one most of us hear, and the one that we're most frustrated by, I think, and that's when your client says, "I'm doing MetaFast Optavia," right? So here we go. Let's listen to what that interaction might sound like. Oh, I have to share my screen, don't I? That might help.
Screen, click on the share with audio at the bottom left corner, a little check.
Share computer sound?
Yeah.
Okay. It's asking for a password. What is that?
You should have, we see it. Can you hit play?
Oh, yeah. So I don't need that. Okay.
There you go.
Hey, how you doing, Diane?
I'm great. I'm doing great, Alex.
Yeah, well, it's good to connect with you this week. Anything exciting going on?
Well, yeah, I'm so excited about what I'm doing, and I'm feeling so good. And someone kind of made a comment, and so I told them, you're going to be so proud of me.
Yeah.
Told them that I'm doing MetaFast Optavia. Isn't that cool?
That is so cool. Oh my goodness. So we're getting the word out already.
I am. Isn't that
I love it. I love it. Just curious, who was it? Who were you talking to?
Oh, it was a coworker. Someone who's at the office.
What's their name?
Susan.
All right. So Susan, how did that come up? What was the deal?
Well, she was just noticing that, I seem to have a lot more energy, and I was even happier. I mean, I do. I feel happier. I don't know how that, but anyway, so she made a remark, and it's, I'm doing MetaFast Optavia.
That is so cool. So after you told her, what did she say? What happened?
And she said, "Oh, really? What's that?" And I said, "Well, I'm eating these foods, and I'm doing a lean and green, and the weight's just falling off of me."
All right. And was she excited too, or interested, or how'd that go?
Yeah, I think she was, but I didn't really go beyond that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, congratulations on being an inspiration for somebody and having them so excited about wanting to like know more. Do you think she's actually interested in doing something for herself?
Well, you know, she and I have done a lot of weight loss programs in the past, so she might be.
Yeah. Well, she obviously asked you about the details.
Yeah, exactly.
We find us health coaches, we have like this other language we speak. It's like when somebody asks you like what's going on, or they start noticing and they start asking you how and what, basically they're saying, boy, I sure am interested in what you're doing. I'm kind of curious if that can work for me.
Yeah.
That's oftentimes what they're saying. Well, hey, you know what? This is really cool. Well, first off, you know, you're going to get a $25 referral credit if she decides to join you, which is really nice. But even before then, why don't we get her some free coaching so she can actually start to think about her goals and support? You think she might like some free support and guidance?
Yeah, I think she might.
Let's do this. How about this? How about you introduce us like via like a 3-way text or a 3-way email and just say, hey, you were asking me the other day, is it Susan you said?
Yes.
All right. Susan, you were asking me the other day, I wanted to introduce you to my health coach who's really been helping with healthy lifestyle and outside of just weight loss so that I can stick with it, right? And I thought that maybe you'd want to know more about the program, all right, how it actually works. Would you be okay if I sent you over a little email or a text that kind of describes that?
Yeah.
Right, and because she's asking, and maybe you'll add to your health community and help not only yourself stay a little healthier because of that accountability, but your friend Susan as well.
Yeah, that would be nice to have someone kind of join me, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. I tell you what, being alongside. Well, hey, you know, just curious. Out of that, when you actually think about the program, do you remember how we talked about the 4? There's things I don't expect you to remember this exactly. You know, we talked about the 4 components or the 4 pillars of the program.
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
Fuelings, right? Which is, you know, your lean and green, right? That's part of it. And your water and your Optavia Metafast meals.
Yeah.
Got that. Do you remember what the other 3 are?
Well, one of them is The Habits of Health, because I started reading the book. So, yeah, The Habits of Health, and some of those calls that haven't really been on yet, but want to be. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing. And, and the Facebook page.
That's right. And so has all that been a help for you, or some of those things? I know you haven't been on the other calls you mentioned yet, but the Facebook page, do you like interacting there?
Yeah, I do, and I love hearing other people's stories. It's really inspirational for me.
Absolutely. And we've been checking in like about 4 or 5 times so far. Has that been beneficial?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And you know what's neat is after now that you've told her about the fueling side of things, that there's just all this other support that actually is going to be there for her too, and that's going to be for free.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So, very good. Well, I tell you what, I really applaud that you took that time to get excited and engage with her, you know, like that. And hey, let's go ahead and have you send out that email in that regard.
Okay.
One more thing. When someone asks you in the future, are you okay if I give you something that actually might help a few more people join you that might not join you if they hear anything about the Metafast or the Optavia?
Sure.
This is a little different. All right. You said you did diets before, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
What if someone came to you and said, hey, I'm doing this diet, but it was one you'd already tried before?
I probably not listen to them.
That's right. Sometimes when we focus on the food, which we know works because you're rocking it. I mean, it is so cool. But you remember when you and I first met, we talked mostly about, do you remember what it was?
My goals.
Yeah. We talked about the reason why, right? We talked about and you got excited. And you actually even had a little bit of a challenge with the meals when we first started talking, but because we talked about why you wanted to use this vehicle or this tool of the meals, then you got excited because of the purpose, the reason of how they helped you, right?
Yeah, I remember that really well now. I'm bring it up again.
No, and I do it for your benefit because I want to see as many people join your health community as possible, and I want to see them get healthy because, you know, if they do a diet and they just focus on the Metafast, a lot of people go online and they just go look at it, and then, you know, they start to do all these reviews, and then they make a decision. But if they actually get some coaching and they find their purpose and their why behind it, then they get the follow-up like we're doing. And you know what? How everything I just described, here's how simple it is to bring all this up. All right?
Okay.
When someone asks you what you're doing, you just say, I'm working with a health coach, and they're helping me get healthy in my lifestyle. And then they're probably going to ask you what you're doing, and you're saying, you know what? It got me eating a meal plan that works for me. It got me drinking some water. Hey, why don't I go ahead and get you the information about how it works? Would you be okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Without trying to explain any of the specifics. And then that way, maybe they don't want necessarily to focus on the food, but they may want the support of a coach, or they may want some other guidance. So
yeah, no, that sounds good. I can do that.
Real simple. All right, well, this is really good. So at this point, next step is going to be easy. Just introduce Susan and I on that email and whatnot there. And I'll tell you what, really exciting that other people are already noticing.
Yeah, it is exciting.
All right. So cool. Well, hey, so what else is going on? Any other victories this week that aren't related to the scale or anything else?
Well, just, have a lot of energy. I feel great. I'm sleeping really well. So,
all right.
Great things.
All right. Positive.
Okay. So does anybody have any comments or questions around what just took place in that call?
It was great. I enjoyed it. It seemed so real, like not like you guys planned it. It's like you're a new client, and he was checking up on you, and you guys are pretty good actors.
Thank you.
Diane did have an issue with what she was. I remember when you said that, and I remember that conversation. And you did have an issue with the meals, but they worked. And so there was some truth in there too.
Yes, there was some truth in there. So
what I love about that, Diane, really is the way, and I just really wanted to point it out because it was huge for me, is the way that Alex turned what could have been sort of a mental freak out, right? Oh my gosh, they're talking about Optavia and MetaFast, into a celebration, and then walked down a path of caring and inviting into the next step.
Yeah.
Daniela, what you just made me remember. I loved how it wasn't till the very end that he circled back on that. He spent all this time like, how did this feel? How did they feel? Oh my goodness, how great. It's, and it was all of this reality to really celebrate the reality that what they're doing is working and people are noticing. And he spent a lot of time on that. And then almost like it's at the end, it was, oh, hey, and one more thing. This is what we found, that it's much easier to not really go into all of it. Why don't you, if they want to know more information, that's exactly what we do. Let's connect and let's talk about that, and it's not necessarily they need the information from you. They just want more information, which is a perfect reason to connect. And then he tied it all up with, if they connect and they join us, everybody wins. I don't know. It's just really good. It was really, really natural.
Yeah.
A lot more there too, Diane, right? So I think we're going to, if you can help the group know where to go to access that. And then we'll be continuing on this topic in the future, because there's a lot more great ways to bring your clients into the community.
There's,
you can take this piece and help them know how they can find more. That would be awesome.
Yeah, there's 4 other ones that target 4 different topics. So in fact, we were going to give the assignment that you listen to those 4 in the week ahead, and we'll come back next week and discuss those. So I think we're putting them, where are we putting them? I'm not even 100% sure. Are we posting them in 2 different coach support pages?
OHC.
OHC.
We'll have a post and we'll get it in the file section too. So it'll be obvious.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get this recording in there too with the link, so it's all nice and tidy.
Yes.
Thank you, Craig. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is great. And do you want, I'll just, as a teaser or 4 teasers, I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one, just a topic. First one is who's noticing, right? That's a question that we often ask our clients. So how to respond to that. Have you ever thought of the possibility presented when your client has had their meds reduced and they're feeling a whole lot better? So that's going to be another topic that we're going to talk about. And then when they're going on to a social gathering where no one knows what they're doing, so how to deal with that situation. And then the last one is when they're struggling on their journey, you know, how you can turn that around in a conversation that supports your client. So all 4 of those will be posted. And if you would listen to them this week, when we come back together next week, we can have a discussion around those.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, guys. Hey, thank you so much for preparing this for us. And lots more to come. Make sure you listen to this particular one. Get familiar with it and practice just like Diane did. Why don't you call one of us and let's just practice this a couple times? Because even if it seems obvious, practicing it a few times really does make a difference. So Diane, she's the queen of role play. She calls me all the time. Hey, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this is Diane. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Oh, we're role playing. And I have to catch up to her, right? But it's just do that. Spend lots of practice. And that way, when you get into the situation, it'll feel a little familiar to you. So anyway, great job, everybody. We're going to close up the meeting today. And so thanks for your participation. We're keeping these trainings real succinct so you can bite it. You can, chew it all in one bite, right? And really digest that. That's not a great analogy, but you know what I mean. So thanks, everybody.